So today is my project pan update. I had a really good update last month, so I feel like this one in comparison is already a little bit of a letdown, but I do still have items that I'm rolling out of the project pan because I've met my goals, so I still should pat myself on the shoulders or the back or whatever it is, because I haven't done a bad job. It's just last month was particularly good, and now this month I'm like, I haven't done anything, but actually I have. So anyway, I've been working on a lot of these items for several months, some of them years, so let's get into it. So as always, we'll talk about the item that I used the least, which is my Cosmic Beauty Frosting Highlighter Palette. I used this the least because I hit my goal very soon after my last update, and I just haven't needed to go into this. My goal was to hit pan in all 3 highlighter shades in this palette, and as of last update, I had hit 2, and I've actually hit 3 now, which I did mention in my beauty bank video. So this is what we're looking at right now. And yeah, so last time I had a pan in this one, and then I was able to hit pan in the middle shade. Obviously, I have been using these as more inner corner highlights as opposed to all over the face, but I can use some of these shades on the face. I think the formula of this is absolutely stunning, and if they still sell this, I would absolutely highly recommend it if you're into these beautiful sort of different color highlighters. I mean, I do actually think that the formula of these is very pretty. I'm just going to put it out there. They're very gorgeous, and they're very soft. They're very easy to blend on the skin as well, and there's not too much glitter in them. There is a little bit, but it's not too glittery. So I actually think this is a really beautiful highlighter palette, and I've hit pan in all 3 of the shades now. So this one is rolling out. Oh, like I said, I only used it 2 more times, and the 2 times was in that middle shade this month. Another item that I only used 2 times and then I rolled it out is my Maybelline 4-in-1 Glow. This one I use more as either a primer or really kind of a foundation, because during the summer months, I haven't been wanting to have too much full coverage. So this has worked really nicely. But I did finish this very soon after my last update. I've only used it 2 more times, and then I rolled it into my empties, and then I have spoken about it in my empties video and also in my beauty bank. So not a spoiler at all, but obviously a spoiler for this video, because now I can talk about it. I have tried to get the last remnants of what's down there, but nothing is coming up the top every time I screw it up. So I figured, well, it's done. I probably will buy this again because I have really enjoyed it. I just don't need to buy it now. Maybe like next year, for next summer, I will get it again. I'm sure it's one of the staples, and I don't think they'll get rid of it anytime soon, but definitely highly recommend this one as well. I really enjoyed it. There we have 2 items straight away rolling out, which are like my main my main updates for this video, but I will be rolling in new items to replace them, so stay tuned till the end. However, let's get into the rest of the items that I've been working on this month. So next up, I used my Glowish only 3 times this month. This is obviously from Huda Beauty. It's just a really old item that I did declutter, and then I brought it back to finish because I'm just like kind of annoyed that I haven't finished it. So it's just, I just feel like I could do it, but then I only used it 3 times. So like, am I wasting my time? Probably, but I am using other powders, so you know, it's also not the only powder that I'm trying to use, and I'm not using that much powder anymore these days anyway, so I don't really care. Has it expanded? Maybe. It probably looks exactly the same as last update, but I've only used it 3 times, so I'm really not that bothered with that one. Okay, then we have my ABH bronzer. This is another one where I'm not that fussed about it anymore. So I've kept it in the project pan, even though I hit my goal last month was to hit pan. I kept it in because it really is a good summer bronzer for me, and if I roll it out, I probably won't use it. I did use it 4 times, which is pretty underwhelming. But considering I don't really have a goal in mind anymore for this, obviously I'm not trying to finish it, I'm just using it when I want to. It is what it is. I've been actually playing around with some other types of bronzers this month as well, so it's kind of just been pushed to the side. But again, it's not an item that I really am too fussed about working on. If I work on it, I will be happy because I know in like a month or 2, it will go back in my drawers and I won't touch it again for like a year. So, you know, if I can get as much use as possible, that's kind of the main goal at this point, is to have hit pan. But anyway, yeah, that one only 4 uses, so not a huge amount. Okay, next up we've got my Colourpop blush. As you know, I've been working on this for a long time now. I will at some point put up my total uses in this blush since I've rolled it into this project. But since my last update, I have only used this 7 times. I said in my last video, I'm kind of done with it. Not done in the sense that I don't like it anymore. It's just, it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. I still don't have a pan, but I am slowing down, so that's probably why. I do think it's going to happen. I just need to keep patient. And like I said, I do like this blush. I have it on today. I really do like it. It's a beautiful matte finish, and that's the type of blush that I really enjoy. But it's been in the project a long time, and you see my uses, like it's a lot. It's a blush. They take forever. I only want to hit pan though. It's not like I'm even trying to finish it. I just want to hit pan. And I feel like ever since I've seen the rings underneath, I felt that I was super close, but I've just been further and further away. That's just how I feel. I feel like it is never ending. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Only used it 7 times because it's getting on my nerves, but I will keep it in because I want to feel that accomplishment of hitting pan in it, and then I can roll it out and use something else. I'm not hate panning it, because if I were hate panning it, I would have used it 30 times already this month. So I'm only using it when I want to use it still. I'm still trying to be kind of organic with all of these project pans because I like to use my Shop My Stash items as well. However, in the back of my mind, I'm like, just give it up. Just give me that pan. Okay, anyway, moving on. What do we have next? I'm trying to do this in order. That's why I keep looking down to see where I am. I think the next one, the item that I've used the least, is actually my Made by Mitchell's highlights. So I'm only trying to hit pan in 1 shade. There's 4 different shades in here. I do dip into the other shades, but I'm not tracking them. But the 1 shade I'm trying to hit pan on is the one that I put under my eyes, which is this one right here. This is the Starlight palette, by the way, because I realized he has different names for different palettes. I've used this one 9 extra times since my last update. This is another one where I feel like I'm close, but then at the same time, I don't know how deep these are. So, but I've been really enjoying this shade, and I've been going into the shade a lot as well. So that one is forming a tiny little dip, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, you can definitely see the ridges in this one, so I don't feel like I'm too far away. But again, I'm not using a lot of powder these days. I'm not wearing as much makeup actually this month, so it is what it is. Okay, next up is another one where I've only used 9 times. This is from Ofra. It is the bronzer Americano. This is another one where I can see the rings, so I feel like I'm going to be super close to hitting pan, and then I don't actually know how close I am. So I still have yet to hit pan. I can still visibly see the rings. Hopefully you can too. I don't know if my camera is focusing or not. I don't think it is. There. I think it's focused now. Hopefully you can see the rings. And I have it on today. Like I said, I've used it 9 extra times this month. I think it's probably only been in the project 2 or 3 months at this point. So not a huge amount in the whole grand scheme of things. This is going to take me several months. But I did roll it in because it is more of a summer shade for me. And if I can get more use out of it, all the better. But I won't be surprised if we get to the end of the summer and I have not hit pan on this. At least I'm just like trying to use it as much as possible. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I know I got a comment like, why would you want to pan items that are mediocre versus the items that you love in your collection? For me personally, the reason I rolled this in is because I can see those rings, and I just, like, if I could hit pan in it, the satisfaction of hitting pan in it outweighs the fact that I am neglecting other shades. I don't really see myself neglecting that many other products in my collection because I do my Shop My Stashes. I do kind of rotate through my collection quite often. So I don't know, for me, it kind of, it's worth it because I still am not like hate panning it. If I was only using this item and using it 30 times a month and I wasn't using anything else and I was like adamant and just like really like forcing myself to hit pan, then at that point that is not fun. But I'm still just using these items when I want to use them, right? So I don't know, that's why I have it in my project pan. That's kind of how I look at my project pan. And yeah, some items stay longer than they need to be, and maybe I don't need to be working on the Glowish from Huda Beauty, but also I'm kind of stubborn about it. So I kind of have made a decision, actually, it would be really nice to finish that item. So I'm going to try. I'm just trying, you know? It's not the end of the world if I don't. And you know, I don't see it as wasting my time because I'm using an item. I don't hate it, and it is what it is. So anyway, enough about that. Okay, then I'm going to talk about these two together because I've been using them together and I have 10 uses on them. So I've got the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Skin Tint and then my Glamshop Face Beautifier. This is a light coverage foundation. So I combined these two together. I did take a step back this month, so I've only used them 10 times each. Versus the previous months where I've used them a lot more than that. So I think I've just taken a step back because I just have been using other items or not wearing a lot of full coverage foundation. But the reason I group them together is, if you're not familiar, I think I mentioned this is just it's just the wrong shade for me. I love the finish of this. I think it's beautiful and I have been wanting to get my shade, but until I finish this, I don't feel like I should get my shade. And I also have a lot of other foundations. I don't actually need to go get my shade, but I think it's gorgeous. I love the finish. It's just the color is completely off. Even with my tan, this shade is just not my shade. It's just too beige. So I pair it with the light coverage from Glamshop because there's like very little coverage to this, but it does lighten this one. And so I get a nice, I had them on today and I feel like it's a pretty good shade match when I group them together. So anyway, I'm always using these two together and so they have 10 uses each. You're not going to be able to really spot the difference. I think I'm going to finish my Glamshop faster. For one, it has less product. It has 28 ml. This one's got 30 ml. Also, I feel like I use more of the Glamshop to neutralize this shade. So once I'm done with Glamshop, I'll have to find something else to work with this one, which would be such a shame because it's a little bit thicker and then this one is a little bit thinner and I feel like they mix perfectly. I mean, this one is still liquidy, but this one is a lot more. And I don't know, I just feel like the two work so well together. So anyway, those two, I have 10 uses each. I'm not weighing them, but I can feel that this one feels a lot lighter than this one, but it also might be the packaging because this has got a little bit more weight to it. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if this one is done sooner. Those two are to finish, by the way, if I didn't mention it. And then my last item that I have on my project pan is my AVH concealer. I've used this the most this month. Out of all the items, I've used this 12 times. I actually have been enjoying it, believe it or not. I have not been hate panning this. It's definitely not my favorite concealer in my collection, but I have enjoying it more so than if I had used it in the winter. I think it makes me age like 50 years if I use it under my eyes in the winter time. But I have it on today and it's working. I mean, I'm always gonna have like baggy eyes, but I don't know, maybe like my summer skin enjoys it more. So I don't mind working on this. And I haven't taken the stopper out. I don't feel like I need to take the stopper out yet either. So I still think this is going to take me probably till the rest of the year to finish because I still think there's quite a bit of product in there. But having said that, maybe it'll be done in like 2 months. I don't know. So this one I'm enjoying. I'm not hate panning it. Only used it 12 times. Which honestly, you can tell I've slowed down because usually the item that I've used the most in my project pan at least gets like to the 16, 17 use mark. And my most used item this month is only 12 uses. So definitely wearing a little bit less makeup and I have just focusing on other items versus what I have in front of me here, which is absolutely fine. But it does mean like, I feel like looking at this update, it's a little bit weaker than the previous two, but I have those two items rolling out, which I need to remember. So anyway, I will be rolling in 2 new items to replace them. So the first one, I want to roll in a primer. I always want to be working on a primer in my project pan, and because I look at the Maybelline 401 Glow as a primer, for almost the last month, because I finished that so soon after the last update, I haven't really had a primer to work on. I have this in my Shop My Stash, and it's something that I have been saying I want to kind of finish, and I do like it. It's more of a serum, but I have it as a primer. It is the Essence Hello Good Stuff Pore Minimizing Serum, and I think it works really nicely as a primer and sort of like a first step. Again, it's more like a skincare, but I have it with my makeup. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Again, I used it today and I really enjoyed it. I have just under half left, right? So, or I'm pretty much actually at the line of where this color breaks off, where the pink and the white meet. I'm pretty much there. So I'm actually, I would say that's halfway. And so we will see how far I get in the next month. I'm going to put it with my project pan items. I'm already using it quite a lot in my Shop My Stash, and I kept it another month and I was like, you know what, I just kind of want to just use this item. So this one will be rolled in. I also want to roll in a highlighter palette, and I want to hit pan in all 3 of these shades. I recently looked back at my my plan to pan for this year, and this was an item that I wanted to pan and I haven't. I forgot about it. So I've just done one highlighter palette. Why not do another one? This one is from Glamshop, and it was part of their 70s collection. And so I don't think you can get it anymore, but it has 3 holographic beautiful highlighters, very similar to the frosting palette, which I'm rolling out. And these are soft too, and I'll probably use these as inner corner. I think these are honestly very similar to what I've just been working on. So I think it will be a pleasure just to carry on using very similar shades and just hitting pan in them. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So this one will be rolled in. I just want to hit pan. I already have a little bit, actually we'll go like this so we can have like a before and after, but you can see I have a tiny bit of dips forming in all 3 of them, but otherwise I have no idea how deep these are. I imagine they're going to be similar to the Cosmic Beauty, but they might be deeper. I don't really know. So it will be fun to see. And that's all I'm rolling in this update, because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I know I'm not wearing as much makeup this month anyway, and I'm sure August will be the same. So I don't want to like do too much, and then come September, maybe I can roll in some items, like last minute items to finish before the end of the year. But I think for now, I'm quite happy with what I've got. So anyway, that is my update. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.